If you want to know important things that you must do to improve the quality of the eggs that you have, keep watching this video all the way to the end, where I will share all important tips and tricks that you must do to improve the quality of your eggs, but most importantly, to keep them healthy. And at the very end of this video, there will be a key piece of information that I will share with all those who choose to remain faithful right through to the end of the video. Hi, I'm Dr. Kady. I'm a former pharmacist, currently a fully certified family doctor. Welcome to this channel where we address health issues with particular emphasis on women's health and fertility. The first thing that you must do to improve the quality of your eggs if you are trying to conceive is to limit your exposure to environmental toxins. To help you know what these toxins are in particular, let's look at them more closely. The first we'll talk about is BPA. BPA is a chemical that is used in the production of certain plastics, such as the plastics that are used for the containers of food and beverages that we buy from the supermarket. BPA reduces the quality of the eggs that are produced by a woman's ovaries. One of the very first things that BPA does is affect the hormonal balance. And the hormonal imbalance that BPA causes affects the regularity of the woman's menstrual cycle. And this has a significant impact on ovarian function. And what has been observed is that when there is a high level of BPA in the bloodstream, these women tend to have irregular periods and therefore have an irregular pattern of ovulation. So high levels of BPA makes it more difficult to find the fertile window. BPA is also very toxic to the ovaries. So the eggs that are produced have a higher risk of having DNA damage due to the toxicity of the BPA. The principle behind the damage to the DNA caused by BPA is oxidative stress. Oxidative stress triggers a chain of reaction that eventually leads to an alteration in gene expression in the egg that is produced. So, knowing what you know now, I encourage you to stop using plastic food and drink containers where possible. When you microwave your food or your beverage in a plastic container, it encourages the leak of BPA from the plastic container into your food or beverage. So going forward, whenever possible, make sure that you transfer your food or the drink that you desire to microwave into a glass container before putting it into the microwave. I will never stop overemphasizing this message on this channel. Stop smoking. The nicotine that is found in cigarettes as well as other recreational drugs, especially cannabis, can affect the quality and the quantity of the eggs that your ovaries produce. Following on from limiting exposure to environmental toxins, we have the need to reduce all forms of inflammation. Inflammation in the body can result from things such as prolonged exposure to stress, smoking, exposure to toxins, lack of sleeping, and being overweight. This is because chronic inflammation leads to oxidative stress. I did mention oxidative stress a little earlier in this video. Let me explain what this actually is. Oxidative stress describes the state in which there is an imbalance between the production of free radicals in the body and the body's natural ability to be able to clear these free radicals. High levels of free radicals in the body increases the risk of damage to the DNA that is found in the eggs, therefore you producing poor quality eggs. This inflammatory process affects the ovarian microenvironment, leading to a change in the follicle where the egg develops. This will affect the maturation process and ultimately the quality of the egg that is produced. The impact of inflammation is not just limited to the ovaries and the eggs alone, it also affects the endometrium, which is the lining that is found inside the uterus. When inflammation affects the endometrium, it affects its ability to receive the fertilized egg. And when that is the case, it simply means that the fertilized egg is not able to implant and therefore grow into a fetus. Sadly, in some women, this has explained the reason for early miscarriages. Again, knowing what you know now, you must engage in activities that reduce inflammation. And these include reducing your stress levels by speaking to a therapist or a psychologist, through praying and meditating on the Word of God and holding on to His promises, doing a moderate amount of gentle exercise regularly. As mentioned before, you must stop smoking. Smoking is a significant trigger of inflammation in the body. And we have the all-important sleep. You must have a minimum of 8 hours of sleep every night. This helps the body to restore and repair itself, thereby reducing inflammation itself and the impact that inflammation has had on the body. Another thing that you must do to improve the quality of your eggs is to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Let's start by looking at the food that we eat. I have done a video on foods that you can eat to help to boost your fertility. The foods that I talk about in that video help to improve the quality of your eggs also, because these foods are rich in antioxidant, vitamins, and minerals that help to reduce inflammation, fight free radicals, thereby reducing the risk of DNA damage. And these foods also help to support your hormonal balance. So do check out that video. It's well worth watching, and it goes into details about specific foods that contain all of these dietary benefits. When you're trying to conceive, make sure that you're keeping well hydrated. Try staying away from high intake of caffeine and stop any form of alcohol intake. Avoid red meat, processed foods, foods that are high in sugar content. All these are inflammatory, and we've already discussed the impact of inflammation on the quality of your eggs. Now, as a rule of thumb, if you're actively trying to conceive and you're having difficulties, it's important that you seek professional advice early. Consulting with a fertility specialist or a reproductive endocrinologist will mean that you get all the relevant tests done early, such as tests to determine your ovarian reserve and your overall reproductive health. That way, any issues can be identified early and treated early in order to reduce the amount of distress that can often be seen when there is a delay to conceive. The fertility specialist may recommend that you go for preconception genetic testing. Some couples choose to undergo preconception genetic testing in order to identify potential genetic factors that can impact their fertility or the health of their baby. And finally, with that all-important piece of information that I left to the very end for all of you special people that stuck with me right through to the end of this video, it is to ensure that you take supplements. Yes, supplements are very important to improve the quality of the eggs that you produce. These supplements include folic acid, vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids, and coenzyme Q10. As a woman advances in age, the quality and the quantity of eggs not only declines, but it has been observed that the quality of the eggs tend to be poor sooner without these supplements. I end these videos by providing a source of hope and to help support your faith as you go through this journey of trying to conceive. And I do that by sharing Bible scriptures with you. So today I'll be sharing from Isaiah chapter 30, verse 18. Therefore the Lord waits expectantly and longs to be gracious to you. And therefore he waits on high to have compassion on you. For the Lord is a God of justice. Blessed, happy and fortunate are all those who long for him, since he will never fail them. That's right, ladies, the Lord will never fail you. I'm praying and I'm trusting that the Lord will bless you with a beautiful babies or even babies. Take care, and we'll see you in our next video.